So we're here, and today I am going to make a wreath for you, show you how you can easily make wreaths for your door, for gifts. People love it. And so it's just something that we do. We put wreaths, a lot of people put wreaths on their door, but I want to just bring a little bit deeper meaning or awareness to them. The wreaths, the evergreen wreaths are made with medicinal plants. These evergreen, I'm going to show you, I have lots of different things that we can use to make wreaths, but they're medicine. These are medicinal plants, and when you hang the wreath on the door, you can do it with intention, and it'll have meaning, and it's a form of herbal medicine. It's a form of using the plants to heal ourselves, to invoke something, to invoke an idea or a concept or a memory or just a healing feeling, right? So I've got a lot of different things to make wreaths with, and the thing is that I live in the forest, so it's true. I have a lot of wreath material, but you can just take a walk and see what the windfall is. I always think of whatever's fallen from the trees kind of like a gift. I call it windfall. It's just like, oh, look what's on the ground. Or you can wait till your neighbors are trimming their hedge, or you can, I have some stuff that I got from my neighbor's compost pile. She did some gardening and trimming, and I was like, that's perfect for wreaths. So if you just look around your neighborhood, you'll be surprised at how much wreath material, once you start looking for it. Even at a park, they trim, notice when the trimming schedules are, and also just things need to be trimmed. No, there's evergreen hedges in a lot of different places. It doesn't have to be in your backyard, right? I used to live in a town where they had green, like greener recycling, and every Monday people would put their trimmings out in the street, and that was great. I like to make wreaths all year long. And today, again, I'm going to be making wreaths, and I'm going to be not just making a wreath, I'm going to be talking about the medicine of what we make the wreaths with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the different things that you can make your wreaths with, and how to think about your wreaths. All right, so ready? I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to put you in a claw. Okay, so this is redwood, and this is what I call windfall. You just think it's like stuff on the ground, but it's actually a gift from the... And I'm going to put you in the claw, and this is bay leaf, and I'm going to just stick you just a second, ready? And then I'll show you all the different things that we're using. The phone doesn't like to be moved around. Okay, so this is bay. This is California bay. About California bay is that it's known for protection. You know, all around the world, people plant things at their door, hang things on their door that basically kind of say, you know, leave it at the door. You know that saying, leave it at the door? Well, you can see bay leaf and just have that thought. What do I need to leave at the door in order to feel a little bit peaceful before I come into my home? So I love making wreaths with bay. And then I also have pine, and you can use any evergreen that's near you, even a shrub, right? Doug fir here. And if you even look at the pine and the Doug fir, it looks a little bit like brooms. Doesn't that look like something that sweeps? So think about pine for a minute. You know, a lot of our cleaning, you know, pine saw, a lot of the things that we clean with, they put pine scent in it because pine has a very cleansing, clearing action. And when you create a wreath or bring a tree or bring the boughs of pine into your home, you are basically, you're kind of like doing an acupuncture treatment for your home. You're clearing things out. And if you think about it, so many people bring these evergreen trees into their home, their boughs and wreaths. And this is the Doug fir also. And you see it has even like a broom type area. It's got a sweeping, clearing, cleansing energy. And so when you hang these wreaths at the door, it's like a message that says, okay, we're clearing out. It's time to clear out the old and make way for the new. Okay, eucalyptus. You can use any kind of eucalyptus. This is from my neighbor's tree. And I'll show you some other just take a walk. This is a branch, a windfall branch. I love the windfall. It's like a gift from the top of the tree. This is black oak, and I found this morning. And yeah, so what you want to do is you want to get some rings, and you can get these at floral shops or any kind of shop that sells flowers, and a lot of times craft shops too. And then you want to get some wire, and you can get this kind of wire at fabric stores, craft shops. Okay, and what I do is I cut a length about arm's length, and you're going to be cutting about 5 of these. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to make little bundles. You're going to be making this wreath. What do you think you could make a wreath with? What do you have? What shrubs or hedges or trees do you have around you that you could trim? Right? What do you think you could make your wreath with? Let me know. All right, so what you want to do is, one of the main things is you want to process your branches first. Like, you come in here to make a wreath and you've just got this big old branch, right? Well, before you start making the wreath, what you want to do is break the branch down into small pieces, because you're going to be making little bouquets. And so you just come along and get all your little branches ready. All right, so what are you going to use to make a wreath with? What tree? Do you have an evergreen tree or evergreen shrub? Okay, so you just come down and make small pieces so that you can make bundles out of this. Now, this is redwood. I live in the redwood forest, and you might not have access to redwood, but redwood redwood grows in circles. It grows in like communities. And so it's very kind of homey, welcome home, grounding, very grounding evergreen. So I like to use that. And again, I also like to use my pine, very clearing. Pine really says, let's clean up around here. And the Doug fir brings it's like, see how it's like air? It's like bringing some air and just saying, okay, let's kind of sweep things through a little bit. Okay, and then let's see, I'm going to use also some bay. All right, so here we go. I've got my wire, and I'm going to start. And it's also good to kind of, if you can find some things with a little bit different color and texture. That's why I even like to add like these dead branches in a little bit, because they add a little bit of color and texture. All right, you ready? So we've got our wire, and you want to make bundles. So I'm going to start with my redwood and my pine and a little bit of bay. Bay, remember, has been used in where we live. The bay has been used for thousands of years as an herb for protection. You know, it's just really good to have something at your door that comes into this house. Right? Only what we want. So I'm going to move you just a little bit, if you excuse me. Okay, how's that? All right, so you make little bundles, okay, and then you wrap it, and you wrap your bundle about 3 times. And that's how you do it. You make bundle after bundle after bundle. Got my pine, a little bit of eucalyptus. The thing about herbal crafting is that the plants are alive. Even though they're cut, they contain an energy. And you're bringing the energy of this plant into your home. You're bringing the earth. You're bringing Mother Nature into your home. And you're saying, please heal us. Please help us to remember who we are. Remember the bigger picture. Or just remember that we don't have to be so stressed out. Help us clean out a little bit of what we no longer need and no longer serves us. Help us to remember who we are. These are the kind of things that the plants help us with. And so you can have an intention, okay? So you see I've set that bouquet again, and I'm going to wrap 1, 3, okay? And now I'm just going for another bouquet, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep, so I've got my redwood that really has that's a little too long, homey. You know, redwood is grounding. I'm home, right? And the Doug fir, and a little bit of pine. I'm gonna add a little bit of bay, remember, for protection. And eucalyptus is just like, what does eucalyptus remind you of? How do you feel when you smell eucalyptus? It's kind of like no messing around. Only what comes in, only what you want to come in comes in to your home. Okay, so you see how this is going? About just like that. So I'm going to cut another. So I'd love to hear what, and it doesn't have to be all these different things. It can be one thing. A lot of times I will make wreaths just with bay only. And again, we're wrapping. Oh, where'd my wire go? You just go along. Oh, great. Oh, you use pine and juniper. Oh, I love juniper. We don't have so much juniper here, but juniper, oh, I love juniper. I love the smell of it. Again, super clearing, cleansing, and you know, it's so much about releasing, and then being able to call in what you want to bring in for the year. And what you can do is you can set your intention while you're making this wreath. You can actually say, remind me of just releasing the end of this year, of bringing in joy. When you see this wreath, it can remind intention that you set. So I have this table of all kinds of, you know, windfall, just sitting out in front of my front door. Over the next couple weeks, if you come to my house, you can make a wreath. We just had guests, and they made wreaths. And if you stop by, there will be enough material for you to make a wreath. And it's just something that we do. It's just that's just really why I wanted to do this, was to invite you into, we've got so many herbal traditions in our household right now. I just wanted to share with you. So you see how that's going? I think we've got 2 more bundles and then we'll be done. And so let me know, what do you think you could make your wreath with? What's like a hedge? And so even if you live in an apartment where you could gather some materials, right? What's evergreen where you are? Okay, or even the oak leaves, all kinds of oak. Okay, we're such a, you know, wreaths are expensive. I don't know, I was just in the store yesterday and I saw wreaths for like $40, $45. I mean, that you can make these for just a couple dollars for with your wire. And so yeah, here we go, we're almost there. Got 1 more bundle, and I usually wrap the, there we go. Don't need all this extra stick here. And so again, I always like to set some intention when I'm making my, the fir has a sweeping, clearing, cleansing. This is redwood, but the fir, you know, the redwood is grounding. The Doug fir has a gentle sweeping, not like a tornado coming through your house, a gentle. And the pine, you know, the pine again, it's even like a broom, right? And then the bay, and finally we're protecting, we're bringing in what we want. Our home is a place for rejuvenation and restoration. And so we hang these wreaths, we bring the gift of the earth into our home. Oh, I'm out of wire. Here we go. All right, so we'll put this final wire, and it's good for your final bundle, a little extra wire, so that now you're going to be able to hang it. Okay, so see, there we go, there's your wreath. You can really, it's simple. The first time, I mean, I've been making wreaths for years, so I can do it pretty quickly. But after you get the hang of wrapping it, okay, so then you want to like take this and create like a little loop like that, and then that can hang it. You can also use ribbon, so I'll also like tie a ribbon around this here, a red ribbon, and I'll use the ribbon to hang it. And so yeah, what's your intention for the hanging nature, hanging the earth on your door? The plants are alive. They bring an energy to your home. So here's our wreath. I'm going to take you out of the claw. Ready? Ah! Okay, so, and here's our wreath. Beautiful. And I have a whole little wreath section going on over here. Let's see. I think let's see, I've got that one. I think I'll hang this one up. Oh, I don't have a nail. Okay. So, yep, here we go. All right, so what do you think? So that's how you make your holiday wreath. And you can just find your whatever greenery is growing around you. And when you're creating your wreath, again, I like to set an intention. I mean, so this for me, it's got the redwood, it's the grounding of the redwood, and it's also got the protection of the bay, the California Bay. Okay, but see, I even just got dead sticks from the ground. It's once you start looking for your wreath material, it's amazing. And so this is a time of year where we hang healing wreaths on the door and say thank you to Mother Earth for bringing us so much healing.